Hello, Ivan. Oh, wow. Yes, I can imagine. But you keep going. You keep, keep focus. Don't lose focus. Yes, definitely. Hello, Parvati. Good morning. Hello, Gabi. Hello, JJ. Hey, Hilal. Thank you for joining, guys. I bought this deck with me today because I believe I've had used it in the past, like I had used it. But the other day you were asking me, guys, what was my favorite deck, and I have a lot of favorite decks. Lately, I have been like enjoying the one that I used yesterday, the New Era Elements Tarot, because that's so earth-like, so beautiful, and it's in is the TOS system, and also one of my favorites. It's also this one. This is the Gale. It's not the. I don't know if it's pronounced the Gale. It's the Gil Tarot. And this is also based on the TOS system, and it has the tree of life, the Kabbalah here, so it's beautiful. This is the back, and this is like different. And I just love this deck. And I was telling people that the reason why I love it is because it has big eye people. Like it has drawings like of people, but they have very big eyes, and I just love big eyes. Like yes, also very colorful because that's also a lot of things that you have to observe when you pull cards. That's why I always, when someone is starting using tarot, I always advise them to just pull cards, lay them on the table, and don't rush to go find the keywords, or remember, oh, this card meant this and this meant this. It's not that organized. It's a bit more about intuition, also being able to observe the colors, the symbolism that is there that maybe is hidden. Maybe it has nothing to do with the original meaning. But I think that it's important to learn how to observe the cards, as an overall, because they do work together, but you have to be able to get out of the traditional, like, interpretation, and of course that it depends on the author. The author also puts their own style in interpretation in the colors that they choose, the style that they choose, the typography, if they have. Everything is to add to the interpretation. So it's okay to observe all that, because this is why they are made. The tarot cards are not meant to be like learned by memory. You have to also observe the meaning that it's like, the scenario that specifically the ones that are like Rider White based, that they do have like, you have people, you have scenarios. So hey, Samara. And when I say that I love that this deck has like big eye people, and big eye elements in general, because if you notice, this is the sun card. And you see the sun here, look at the expression of the sun with these big eyes. I just love this because I'm a huge fan of big eye, like drawings. So I love it. I love it. For me, the drawings are beautiful. I want to see if I can show you like someone that is a bit closer. Look at this Queen of Cups. Look at her. She's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. I love it. This is the Queen of Swords. Look at her. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. The High Priestess, the priestess here in reality says. It's beautiful, guys. This is the Two of Swords. I just love it every time I see it, and this is the box. This is the box, the Guild Tarot. Actually, this was very difficult to find here in my country, because actually here I never saw someone using it. Like I had been following like tarot readers and I never saw like or people on Instagram using it, no anyone. And one day I was following a channel, a tarot reader, and I do not remember her name right now, but she is French. She's from France, but she was living in Barcelona, and she has her channels in English. So, and she was talking about she was doing like a review of her collections of tarot, you know, and she was talking about how, you know, how she is very selective about the decks that she purchased. You know, that she has a lot. She has a lot of oracles, a lot of tarot, but she chooses them wisely. She takes her time. She reads the author. You know, she does all the research, and she doesn't have that much. And that's I believe that I found her page because actually I was going through a period where I used to accumulate a lot of tarot decks because I also started like like a girl from a printer's house, from a printing house. She contacted me because she was doing like very beautiful, like actually it was like copies of tarot decks, and we were in pandemic, we were in lockdown in that day, in that period of the year, still 2020. And she had a lot of those decks that you cannot find here in Argentina. She had them. She would print them, and the quality was very good, and also it was very cheap. So I was like, okay, she wanted to do like a collaboration with me. So she wanted to send me like she was like, pick from a list, pick the tarot deck that you would want me to do for you. I will print it out for you, and I will send it to you. And then I would have to do a review about the quality, you know. And it was beautiful. It was really beautiful made. So like I got addicted. Like I started like asking her for more. But then at the end, some of them started to actually like to open, you know, the paper and stuff. So I was like in this sort of like realization that actually buying a copy is not like, yes, it's cheap. Probably it's for us that we do not have much access to some tarot decks that are very like specific. But I regretted buying those. So I guess I was trying to do some kind. I guess I had some remorse about how many decks I possessed. You know, because I have a lot of tarot decks. I had like a very huge collection between the fake ones and the real ones. I have a huge collection. So, but I was going through a moment where I was reflecting on why do I have so many if I always end up using the same ones, like the ones I always use. And actually, as I'm talking to you, I'm seeing the pile of tarot decks that I have here. I have 5 over there in the corner. So, and then I have my office, it's full of tarot decks. But I was feeling like a sort of regret about, you know, about consumism, you know, buying so much. Like, why do you need to buy so much, you know? And probably it had to do with the lockdown, you know, with everything that was going on, that somehow we were a bit, I would say because of the lockdown, maybe we were a bit like, you know, addicted to buying online, you know, just like people bought like skincare products and makeup. I would buy a lot of tarot decks, and this happens to a lot of tarot readers. So I came to her, I encountered her channel and I started watching, and she is a Virgo, she's a Virgo person. So when she introduced herself as a Virgo female, I was like, okay, she has to be my inspiration. And also her aesthetic, and the way she also like gave interpretation of the cards, I just loved it. And she's a very elegant lady, you know, but very minimalist. You know, I loved her style. So when she did this review and she talked about this, about the guild tarot, and she showed it, and I was like, yes, I have to get this. Like I promised myself that I would get this and I wouldn't buy anything else. Like this is was going to be my deck if I and I tried really hard to get it, and actually it took me a while to actually find it here. Um, but of course I continue buying others. But what I can say is that if you make me choose, like actually, like if you had to choose like three decks, three tarot decks, this will be one of them. Definitely, this will be one of them. Definitely, definitely, definitely. I just, I just love it. Love it, love it. But yes, guys, we all go through this process of consumism. You know, it's not just for a specific niche of products. We all go through that. Actually, I'm very curious. What when the cards say something, can you say it without even your feelings? For example, even if the cards are a little dark. Yes, a very beautiful art design. Yes. Um, yes, I do say it. I believe it's important to not fear the message, like of course to deliver it in a very respectful tone, um, and not to say it in a tone that can sentence people, and that actually, because sometimes the client, the consultant takes it very seriously, every little word you say. So you have to be great at delivering, you know, you have to be great at, you know, also like connecting what's going on with the situation that the client is going through, you know, contemplating everything. I mean, I do it. I don't know if I know there are some tarot readers that are very straightforward, and actually they had hurt a lot of people's feelings, you know, because if someone goes to a tarot reading, they definitely have something deep inside of them that they want to unleash, or they want to get like or another view from what's going on with them. So there's a quest, like definitely the person probably is not going through the best moment, or they are in a crossroad, they don't know what to do. So I believe it's important to talk about the challenges. I wouldn't say like negative things. I don't think there's nothing negative when it comes to our experiences. I mean, we have to go through different ones. We cannot be always like 100% happy. We are going to face challenges in our lives. So I think that it's important for a reader to be able to deliver the good news and the bad news, always with respect. But I wouldn't trust a tarot reader that cannot just tell you the bad news. Like, and I say bad news just like an example, like just to put a label on, you know, on the not so favorable part of, I don't know, pulling a card that, I don't know, talks about endings, for example. Um, I think it's necessary to talk about those things. It's necessary. It's necessary. Of course, I don't pull cards for sickness, nor health issues, no, you know, life or death situations. Like, I don't do this. If you are going through some kind of illness, go to a doctor. Like, I don't give, like, um, you know, um, I'm not a doctor. So if you have a fear, if you are hurting somewhere and you think like, oh, I'm not feeling okay, go to the doctor. You know, the tarot cards are not, are not going to be able to help you in that way. Like, just like when people ask me if they are pregnant, I'm like, go buy a pregnancy test. Like, you know, and this is something that I think that probably because I seen it in TikTok. I seen it on TikTok here in my country. So I believe that since tarot readers are now on TikTok and everything, it's about like, oh, send me gifts on TikTok and I will answer your question. A very express reading. Those videos give me headache. Like, actually, I cannot understand how people like consume these videos, how people get like so immersed in this culture of like very fast paced, I don't know, like, give me an answer now, like, like, send me money and I will answer this. And for me, reading cards, it's a whole process of intimacy between me and the client, like, of course, that sometimes you guys ask me to pull a card for you, and if you are okay with me reading it here, like, I'm okay too. But I don't know, some people really disclose like a lot of things on TikTok, just from their full name to their birth date. I don't know. One day they're going to also like show their bank account. It's going to be like this. And some readers, oh my God, guys, be careful of that. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for the charisma of a person. If you think that, oh, because she's so entertaining, like, I'm really entertained here, the fast of the moment, like, really, like, pay, like, if you are going to choose a service, choose it from the heart, from your experience, from your intuition. Like, don't get carried away, like, because there are a lot of people that actually they cannot read cards. They cannot read cards. And like, but well, I guess that, the exposure is there, and if you want to be exposed, it's like they take it. I think that it's more the desire to actually be on TikTok or be on the public social media, more than actually giving a good service. I think that, I don't know, but some of them I do watch them and I'm like, what are you saying? Like, you didn't even look at the card. Especially when they answer those yes and no questions. They are not even looking at the cards when they are answering you. And they pull like 5 cards like in a row like this and very fast, and they don't even look at them. And they are like, no, the answer is no. But oh well. Oh, I'm a Capricorn, JJ. Hola. I remember I saw all of Capricorns because of my mother, and then I realized it's just her. Hello, Lilian. I swear of all the Capricorns. Yeah, honestly, we are not that popular, to be honest. We Capricorn, we are not that popular, especially for some signs that just don't get along. I like I had said this in the past. We are not the most popular when it comes to people choosing us. Actually, you know, we are complex. Like, I'm not a mother, but I don't know how I would be as a mother. Um, but as a friend, I'm nice. As a friend, I'm nice. I'm not invasive. Like, I'm not a possessive friend. I just let you do you, and I actually like to be left alone at the same time. I like to be with my friends, but I also need some independency. I need to be by myself sometimes. So I'm not the kind of friend that is going to be all the time glued to you like 24/7. And asking you and texting you all the time, like asking you, like, all I need to know is that you're alive and you're fine. And if you're doing great and you're working on yourself, I'm happy, I'm proud of you, I'm rooting for you. I want you to succeed. I want you to keep growing. Um, because I'm not friends with losers. So the only requirement that I have for you to be my friend is for you to try to do your best. Like, I don't care what kind of job you have, if you have a car or not. I just want you to promise me that you'll do your best. With whatever you have, you will try to be better, like you will try to do like make decisions that can make your life better. That's all I want from a friend. To be proud as a friend, that's all I want in a friend. I want my friends to be better every day, to be in a situation where they can have the attributes and the willpower to keep moving through life. I think that for me, I get really happy when I see that my friends are like advancing and that they are accomplishing their goals, or they are reviewing their goals and they want something else. Okay, but just I'm proud of you. Like, go get it done. you know um I just cannot be friends with someone that just refuses to move, or refuses to, that is always complaining about the same situation and they do not do anything to change it. I just hate these people. Like, I have like allergies to these people, because I'm like, I cannot stand the dramatism, like, because we are all going through something. We are all struggling. It's just that sometimes it's a waste of energy to just complain. You have to do, like, I don't say like change your life, in 24/7, like in 24 hours, but just like, work on it at your pace, but do something. Do something. Because you're going to feel better about yourself if you see that you are doing something. you know of course, that my perception, and this is why I have a lot of friends that are very different from me, because my perception of what happiness is very different to to other people. So, but if you are happy and if you feel fulfilled, that's I'm so proud. I'm so proud. But I just cannot be friends with people that just are average. They just don't want to. They don't want to improve. They just want to stay in the same and pretend like nothing is going to change, and they blame on other people their problems. Like, come on, you have to take responsibility as well. See, my mom is a control freak. Let me stop blowing up my mouth. So. Yeah, it's just that, yeah, maybe we can sound like a control freak because when we say things like this, for example, I say it from a place that I really care for the people I love and I want them to be better. But yes, sometimes we do have a certain like tone that it seems very bossy. You know, sometimes I had to correct that through my life. I'm still working on this because like I'm talking to you guys here, so you know, of course that there's a difference, you know. So I'm trying to put it into fancy words. But when I am, for example, with my family, or with a partner, or with a best friend, I am more straightforward, and sometimes I do sound condescending. And I do sound like I'm patronizing the people or that I am telling them how to live their lives. Um, I had been told that I had to change the way I say things in Spanish specifically. You know, now I'm talking in English, but in Spanish it's another tone, it's another way of speaking. You know, but from my perspective, I always feel like I'm doing it because I care for the person. But yes, I notice that I can sound a bit like, you know, like stuck up. So yeah, we have to work on that. We have to work on that. So in the case of your mom, that she somehow feels like she has the authority to tell you what to do, I believe that probably that's why she's a bit more harsh on you. Like probably she would be like more straightforward with no filter, and it will be like, okay, I need you to change this now. Just like an Aries mom. An Aries mom is the same. Aries mom is always very like fighting their children, you know, and shouting at them. And they do it from a place of care. They are the type of mother that they do care about their children. But they push you, and they probably are very mean when they talk to you because they want you to be stronger. They want you to face to their honesty and get used to them being a bit aggressive with you, because life out there, like it can, you are going to encounter a lot of aggressiveness from people, so you better be ready. So hi Gunsaini, I don't do personal readings. Here we talk about K-pop and that's it. I really appreciate honesty in friendships, like that my friends point to things I need to improve on because they care and want me to do better. Yes, yes. I think that if you do not have a friend that can actually, like, you know, uh, point out, I'm not, because I also get on the defensive when my friends tell me like, you know, you should change this. So I get it. But you know, if we are close, I would want a sort of feedback from you. You know, I would appreciate that, because what I learned from hanging out with a lot of Virgo people is that sometimes the criticism comes because they observe you, and in their very cynical way they are trying to help you to be better, you know. So I guess this is why I have this sort of level of awareness about the things that I have to change, you know, that I do not know it all, that I do not have all the answers, that I should, it's not like, you know, I met people that actually are very narrow-minded, and they are like, oh, because I was born like this is my personality, and I'm not going to change. So you take it or leave it. And I think that being like this it closes so many doors for you, you know, because it's not about being successful. It's about being flexible, guys. Being flexible. And I'm talking about flexibility. I'm the most stubborn, like, I'm the most stubborn and flexible person ever. You know, I am a Capricorn, so I'm a cardinal sign. You know, I'm not flexible at all. But I learned that with a lot of experiences, that the more you resist to adapt to change, the more you hurt yourself, because life is change. We are not the same people that we were before the pandemic. And I'm talking about 3 years ago. It's been 3 years, guys. We are not the same. So if you cannot open your eyes, your perception that the things are changing, that in my case, that I'm almost in my 40s, you know, like for me to realize I'm no longer a teenager, for us the millennial, I know people laugh at millennials and there's a lot of videos talking about how lame we are, but you know, for us it's very difficult to understand that we are no longer teenagers, and it's a bit traumatic. And it's going to happen to you too in the future. It's going to happen to you too. Like, it sounds like a Simpson, like it's a Simpson episode. There was a Simpson episode uh, like this. That we think we're cool, and what was cool for us is no longer cool. So, you know, it's like this. It's the wheel of life. It's like this. It's like this. You know, we thought that we were it. We thought that we were, yeah, we thought that it was going to last forever. We thought it was going to be less forever, guys, really. And this is why I like, I know we can be annoying talking about the past, but it's just that for us it doesn't seem like long ago. When I think about the 2000s, like the 2000s, that were a really amazing time for us, because the internet was here, you know. We had the possibility to chat with people from other parts of the world, and we didn't even know how to use the internet. You know, we had the cell phones for the first time. You know, the cell phones with color, with with color. You know, it's amazing, guys. It's amazing, everything. But for us, really, I believe that something happened in our development as adults where there's a lot of confusion about how we are aging. And this is why you have all these skincare advisors and these people like trying to sell you a lot of creams and all these makeup tutorials, you know, to give you a certain look, and all these wardrobe and all these fashion tips, you know, to somehow fix something in yourself that you cannot fix, that it's the pass of time, you know, and that now is not our time anymore. It's the Gen Z moment, not us. It's not us. We have to accept it and move off the way, move out. We are no longer the cool kids. We are the grown-ups. Like, and for some part, it's good to be a grown-up. It's good to be a grown-up. Like, I don't know, I always been an old soul, so I was ready for this. But I do acknowledge that sometimes we do not know, we do not recognize that we are no longer teenagers. You are like, how did I go from being 20 to 40? Like, what happened in those years? So definitely something happened. Like, we were numb, or we were like hypnotized. I don't know, guys. It's very weird. It's very weird. But I can tell you that this sentiment that I share with a lot of other millennials is no joke. It's no joke. And I hope that you don't have to go through this when you reach also 30 or 40. I hope that you are able to mature and go through these stages of life with full awareness of your experiences, and not like us, that we somehow are still thinking about the 2000s and it's been 20 years. So yeah, so I hope that you can learn from us, and like, and also realize that there's nothing wrong with being 30. Actually, I became a more independent and free spirit person when I reached after 27 years old. I really opened up my mind to a lot of opportunities for me. And I made decisions accordingly to what was best for me. So I think that it's great to get older. It's great. At least for me, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud. I still have to work on a few things, but I'm proud. Like I'm thankful that things has changed. You know, that time has passed. I'm still trying to process that I lived a life without cell phone and internet era. Yes, I my childhood. Yes, my in the 90s. I know now. You know, it's everyone makes fun of us. You know, but you know, we used to do the same for, you know, the prior generations to us. So, you know, maybe it's karma. I don't know. But I don't know. Like, something happened. Something happened. I have no idea what, you know, because I was like paying attention, because I do get a lot of like TikToks of people of my age talking about this. So I was like, oh, okay, so I'm not the only one. Because I was thinking like, oh, maybe this has to do with me not having children. You know, since I'm not a mother, you know, maybe my life experience is a bit more like childish, or a bit more like, you know, like free somehow, you know. So since I have more quality time to buy things for me and do things for myself, and not being thinking, I have cats, my responsibility are my cats and my house, but I do not have children under my care. But I am a very responsible person, but I am responsible like according to my needs, to what's good for me. Like I work because, you know, it's beneficial for me, and I enjoy the outcome of my work. You know, so I don't know what it's like to be like, you know, unconditionally attached to a little person. So I was thinking like, oh, maybe that's the reason why. I don't know. I feel like I sometimes I cannot believe that I'm already almost 40. And then I just listen to a lot of people of my age with children, that they definitely are in the same limbo. Like, you know, we are a bit like lost. Even friends change. I have a 10 years old friendship, but from this month noticed that change is coming soon. She changed a lot and act crazy with me. Suddenly, is it Gemini girl? Well, but that's okay. That's okay. I don't have the same friends that I had 10 years ago or 20 years ago. I have a few. I have one that was from that era that I almost grew up with her. But I'm very practical in the sense. For me, friendship is the people that put effort in the relationship. If I don't feel reciprocity, then I will not invest. I will not invest in that bond. Like okay, like I will put you on the list of like people I know or people I used to know. That's it. Acquaintances. Each generation has its challenge. I survived a few decades, always changing. Yes, always changing, Lilian. Always changing. But did you notice that I think that for us, the millennial, it was a bit strange for us. I think that probably, is it Generation X, the one that it's prior to us, that is before us? It's Generation X, right? They definitely were a bit more like comfortable with the idea of, of just like, okay, yes, we had our moment, but yes, now we are changing. We are no longer the same. Yes. How are you, Subtraman? No, yes, I'm almost 40. I'm 58. Yeah. I have a lot of gray hair, guys. A lot, a lot. Now I think they're under control because they used to get in this line, but yeah. But yes, you can notice the pass of time. Yes, I actually like. It's just that I look younger because I have like smiley eyes. So I've been told that I look younger. Yes. Ah, late baby boomer. Yes, you have seen a lot of change. Actually, my army friends say that I look like Boa. I'm like, I don't look like her, but yeah, she's a Scorpio, so it does make sense. I usually get associated with the Scorpio females, like they had told me I look like her. Especially when I had very long hair. Yeah, but we are born old people. Like I always felt older. Like that's why like being older in age right now, I don't feel the difference. Like I always been like this. You had to see me like at 5 year old, I would always act like an adult. Like, more like Boa looks like you. She had procedures done. Yeah. Yeah, that nose is not. But I don't know. She had been, I don't know if she had like procedures done because, yeah, well, maybe, yeah. But she was very beautiful when she was really young, like very beautiful, like beautiful, beautiful. Um, but yeah, it's just that I have a problem with Boa. I guess that the other day I was looking at her and I was like, why does she look older? Like, despite of not having a wrinkle, not having a hair out of place, she looks flawless. But she looks older. Like, she definitely looks older. And I think that it has to do, um, she's too thin, she's too thin. Her face, I think that probably one of the reasons why I also look younger is because I have like rounded face, so, and this actually, if you notice, there's a lot of like chubby girls, girls that are on the chubby side, that they are beautiful on the face. They have beautiful face. But once they start losing weight, it reflects on their face. And they are no longer that beautiful face with the features, because I guess that it's the like the pounds that you lose, like you also lose them in your face. So when you have like chubby cheeks, you look a bit more like juvenile. I don't know. But when you are that skinny, somehow you look older. Like you look older. So I guess that's the thing with Boa. I look at her and I'm like, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful. Like, you know, her face is like I told you, it's flawless. But she's too skinny. Like, she's too skinny. If she would just like, and also she's too serious. You know, I know she smiles. I know because I seen her interviews. But also she looks a bit rigid. You know, like a bit like, and I think that she should like be a bit more like smiley, something like that. You know, to give her a bit more of a bit of a younger attitude. That's my problem with the surgery they get. It gives them with a mature look, so they look older. Yes, and you're like, I cannot understand why they look older. Because, and actually, like, I am a year older than Boa, because Boa, I believe she was born in 86, 86, and I'm 85. I was born in 85. Um, uh, but she's so skinny, she looks so, and I cannot understand it, because there's not a lot of sign in her face that you are like, oh, there's a wrinkle right there, yeah, that's, she's getting old. No, her face, it's beautiful, it's flawless. They do have wrinkle injection. A lot of female celebrities in my country has done. Oh. But I guess that when you lose weight or when you are very skinny, it notices the most, I believe. It's more noticeable, because I had my coworker, the girl that worked with me. She was 30. She was 30 years old, and she also has thyroid, but she has the thyroids that make you lose weight. You know, so she was very skinny. And every time, you know, we were talking, and I would look at her in the face, you know, especially sideways, you know, her this side of the face. I would notice that she would have like wrinkles here, you know, very, very well pronounced wrinkles under her eyes, you know. And she's only 30, you know, just 30, you know, it's not. And I was like, why do you have like, and of course I didn't say anything, but I was like, oh wow, like, you know, and in my case, you have to really look very close to me to see the wrinkles here in my under my eye. It is there, but you have to look very closely. And she would always be like, oh, but you have no wrinkles. You have no. Yeah, I guess that I do have them. I do have them. I do. But it's just that probably it's not that noticeable, because, you know, my face is a bit rounder. I think age noticeable in boys way more. And in idols, it's especially when they try to like make them use these pastel colors outfits, you know, and they are in their 30s, and you definitely can tell that with all that whitewashing, they look like older with those makeup on, because you notice that their you know, their features are stronger. are stronger. So, you can address them with varied hats and with pastel colors, because they look awkward. It looks like weird. Yeah, it looks weird. You're like, there are some idols that you are like, why do you keep dressing them like that? They are grown men. Like, stop it with the pastel colors, with the pinks, the yellows, the fluffy sweaters, like, stop it. Leave that for the youngest. Idols age faster somehow, probably due to stress and lifestyle. Yeah, I'm worried about my bias. Super Junior are all in their 40s, I think. I wonder how they're able to dance. Yeah. Yeah, see, Super Junior, they are guys of my age. They are of my age. They my generation. That's why I don't like cute concept in groups at all. Yeah, there are some that you're like, why? Why do you put that on them? With all these pink things, like, super senior. It's retired. And that's, the other day I was laughing because I was thinking about what you said, guys, that a group should never have in their names the word boys, like, or you know because that name could age not so favorable. And that's right, that's true, because I was like thinking about my favorite group, the boys, with the C. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right, because when they're getting older, so there's going to be a moment where they're no longer the boys, they are the men. So, so or Stray Kids, yeah. Like those names, like, please don't. Oh my. Or bulletproof scouts, boy scouts. But oh well, like, I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, I don't know who said it, because we were talking about that, and someone said you shouldn't name a group with the title voice in your group, because it's not going to age well. Straight man. A straight man. Oh my. Oh. What do you say, guys? Should I do my dynamic reading for Banchan and Felix? Because there's a lot of people asking me. I was like, what's going on? I was like, okay, because I read for Felix not so long ago. So I was like, I have to choose wisely. Either I do Banchan and Felix dynamic or friendship, or I do Changbin and Felix. Which one do you think that is the best option? Hello. Banchan and Felix. Okay. And what other friendships, guys? I mean, I put the label friendship for the series, just to imply that it's not a romantic bond or, I mean, anything can happen in a tarot reading, but just to put a name to the series instead of putting like bond tarot reading, like, or dynamic tarot reading. I call it the friendship series. So, do you have any other, like, do you want another duo for me to read? You want Banchan and Chapmin? Taeyong and Bomgyo. Wait that I'm writing it down, guys. Rose and Jenny. Jisoo Lisa. Taeyeon and Yuta. But do they know each other? Do they have history, Gabi? Ryunchin and Karina? Do they know each other? Like, I know they know each other, but existence. But is there a bond in there? Got 7. Jin Young and JB. Kevin and NCT 10. Banchan and Lisa, do they know each other? Like, do they have a real connection, or it's just shipping? I'm not going to pull cards for a rumor, guys. This better have Oh, they are friends? Okay. Okay. Great. I hope the shippers don't come for me because, they are pretty intense. I'm doing this because you're asking me, guys, but, you know. Okay, so I will leave Felix out for this week. Like, let's give Felix. I want to do Felix and Yuta. The other day we were talking with Samara. We were talking with Samara about this. We were talking about. I actually mentioned this. I was like, Samara, did you see Yuta? Yuta like saying hi to Felix. Like I didn't know they know each other. Like, and I was like, I want the tea. And I'm pretty sure because he also did a small hug to Lino, so I'm sure that Lino knows of Yuta because of Jumbo. Uh-huh, yes. Ear Festival, Yuta and Felix bonded. Yeah, and actually Yuta is not a hugger, so if he hugs someone, it's because definitely they had talked or they are. Oh, Felix and Chandler are good friends. Oh, we could pull some cards right now. You know, I have an hour left, so we could pull some cards to see. You know, hello Fluffy, for just to spend time, guys. But thank you for the recommendations. I will try to do those that I wrote down that you recommended, guys, this week. Okay, because I want to continue with the friendship readings for this week, and then when I finish, I'm going to start with the ideal romantic partner. For that, I'm going to do a specific like post so you can leave your recommendations for that, okay? Because since we are entering February, I want to do a romance kind of like, but not shipping, no reading among romantic potential shippings, no. Individual readings for ideal romantic partners, like the old series I had. But since we are not yet in February, I'm going to do these readings that you requested, guys. Thank you so much. I wrote down quite a while, so yes, thank you. I'm going to try to do them all. Thank you. Yes, for the Valentine's season, yay. Let's see about Felix and Yuta like interaction. Let's see if they are like close, like, and what is like, you know. Let's just pull cards to see them. That's all. I'm going to pull 4 cards. Um, they got the Four of Swords, King of Swords, the Empress, and Priest of Pentacles. So, I mean, they could, like, because they have swords, so there could be like a connection, but I think that that connection, like, was, especially like messages and stuff, it was a bit like lost in the past, like it was interrupted. Um, Actually, like them probably talking once and then, you know, they lost contact. Um, or actually like having like said a few words to each other, but actually like, you know, not be like clicking at first. But then here we have the Empress and we have the Prince of Pentacles. So with the Empress, definitely it can like indicate that there's potential growth for this bond. Like in the future, they could potentially become closer. The Prince of Pentacles is also talking about, a progress that actually is going to be slow, but it's going to be stable. For example, you have like here the Prince of Pentacles is represented by this, and the page is called Prince, and this is someone like moving the wheel to build, and here's the keyword that it says construction. So there's going to be very stable, and they got the Empress card. The Empress is beautiful. So at the beginning, I believe that their connection wasn't like, probably they had suspicions towards each other, probably like talking or just like, hi and being a bit like interrupted. But I think that they were able to work through that, and slowly it starts to flow, and I believe that it's going to turn into a very stable relationship, a very stable friendship. you know Definitely they are very, like, they are very comfortable now with each other. But at first it was like, but I don't know if it was that they met in the wrong timing. But I think that probably the circumstances that in where they met, it had to do with a very awkward moment for some of them. For one of them, like, I don't know if one of them was in a bad mood because he was struggling with something, or he was going through a loss. Somehow one of the two parts wasn't in a very good, like, state of mind. So when they met at first, it was like, oh, I don't know about this guy. Like, actually, I don't know. I cannot read him. Like, there's something off about him. I don't, like, having a bit of prejudice. I'm not feeling that person. Like, I'm not interested. But then eventually, like as they probably they met when their careers were a bit like, rocky, like it wasn't the greatest moment, so they weren't very, very, like, in a good mood. But now, since there's a lot of abundance here, and they are in better spirits, they are, like, emotionally and mentally, they are doing well. They are in like in a better mood. They are, like, open to, they are not that shy, they're recluded. They are a bit more open, like they're in a good mood, and they're like, oh yes, hi, hello, I see you. Yeah, but obviously I pulled an extra card and they got the Priestess. So obviously their friendship is not going to be exposed. They are going to continue the friendship, but probably you're not going to see that much. It's something private. Could we do a spread on Hyun and Dawn? Rumor has it they are back together again. Okay. I did say that rumors were going to come. I did say that when I read for them. The Hermit card, Six of Wands, Seven of Cups, Eight of Cups. They got the Hermit card at first, so definitely they want to be left alone. When it comes to this, like I told you, I think that probably this is more if they are working on this, it's probably, because of the memory of what it was, of what it meant. This bond meant a lot for them, and also it meant a lot for the audience. And somehow they're trying to make peace with this part of their history together. They definitely are healing. They are trying to remain in good terms. Probably they are talking to each other about, not necessarily to go back together, more like stay in good terms, and it's just that it's not easy to break up, a relationship that is so had been going on for quite a while. It's not like you just cut the connection and you block each other and you don't talk to each other anymore. So, and here with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Cups, they are feeling very emotional. There's an emotional attachment, that it's actually the normal process of the separation, guys. These are the first months, it's the feelings are still a bit shaky, they feel very like there could be a mix of, regretting what they lost, thinking about maybe imagining a possibility to work it out again, but then actually realizing that there's not much left to work on. The both of them are a bit unstable, are a bit sensitive right now. So I think that they shouldn't make a decision like they should, just like, yes, if they want to talk to each other, if they want to see each other, but I don't see like the relationship rebuilding. I think that it's just like a mourning process. Like they are like in sort of denials from time to time. Then they feel like, okay, like I have to do something about this. I have to end this, and then they block each other. Does anyone know if she's pregnant? Because I pulled an extra card and I got the Empress. Is there rumors that she's pregnant? Yeah. Well, she definitely has a new project, like something that she wants to work on. She's definitely going to be she's working on something. Like she's busy. Like it's going to take a while, but I see her working on something, so she's busy. It's just that it's going to take a while. She's not going to announce it yet, but she needs to put her energy and her mind elsewhere. Yeah, but it's just part of their. They're feeling emotional right now. They are feeling like they come and go, but it's not stable. It's not that they actually want to like have that connection again. It's more like, oh, I miss you, but now I don't miss you, and now I miss you. It's more about they are grieving the loss of a bond that is no longer there. So, it's something very personal that a lot of couples go through. It's just that, well, now probably we get to see it because, the media. But yeah, it's something very personal. Yeah. And also, they were so like bond to each other that it's going to take a while for them to actually separate themselves. Like, they worked as a couple as well. It's not just being a couple. You know, everything about the recent years had been about them together. So it's not going to be easy to, separate them. Yeah, missing what it was. Like the memory of what it was, yes, like somehow mourning it, yes. Samara, you wanted to know what about Hoshi and Lee Soo-hyuk and Hoshi. Lee Soo-hyuk, I'm going to put just some cards because it's you. Lee Soo-hyuk is and Hoshi. Both of them are Gemini, right? Is Hoshi a Gemini? I have my questions about it. Like, I haven't seen enough Gemini placements on him. He has his own chart in Gemini. Yeah, I know what you mean, Samara. I know him. Yes, like I don't know his name as well, but I picture him. I know who he is. Yeah, yeah. Hoshi's a demon Gemini. Yeah, and that guy is a Gemini, I believe as well. That Hoshi. That Hoshi. Look, it could be. It could be. At least I know he has the money. This guy has the money. Lee Soo-hyuk, he got represented by the Queen of Pentacles. So he's stable, and this card it also references to the word nurture. So he's very well financially. Nurture, and he got the priest. So definitely he has. Does this guy has his own agency or something like that? Definitely, he's a guy that is very stable in his career. And he's very like. I think that his energy is a bit stubborn, because he also has the priest. So he's a bit inflexible, okay, this is my life. I follow what I have to do, and that's it. It's not easy to break his exterior. He's a guy that knows how to act, when to act, how to react. He's very beautiful, of course, beautiful, very luxurious, very, prosperous, but he's a hard guy to get to know. It's a mystery. And he's a bit stubborn. If you want to be part of his life, you have to do what he says, because he's very secure that he wants to, take care of his image, and he's very worried about the money as well. So you better not be like ruining his image. In the case of Hoshi, he got the hermit. So definitely Hoshi, it's also, despite of him being a full Gemini, Hoshi also is someone that is very hard to know actually what, despite of him probably like talking a lot and saying a lot of things, probably he feels very lonely, and probably he's a guy that he's very smart, like he's too smart, and he feels a bit alienated because of that, because he has a lot of opinions and wisdom that probably because of his idol image, people find it funny and don't take what he says serious, And he has the King of Cups. So definitely a lot of love and admiration for the other guy. He does have love. He loves this guy. He loves this guy. He wants to like enjoy the time they have together. He wants to learn from this guy. He wants to learn from this guy. There's a lot of his admiration, full admiration for the other guy. Because the other guy, I'm sorry that I call him the other guy. I do not know his name. I do not. Lee So-hook. Because Lee So-hook has the probably the independency and the stability. He is a guy that is taken seriously, like somehow too serious. So for Hoshi, it's like, wow, he's everything that I'm not, or he is somehow someone that I admire with all my heart because he has that aura that I wish I had for myself. So is this sort of like I admire you, like I like you, but I also want to be you. So probably there's like this, and it's very interesting because actually one of them has a Queen of Pentacles. The other one has a King of Cups, and both of them got major arcanas. This guy, he got the Hierophant, and the other guy got the Hermit card. So see, there's a lot of correspondency. Actually, in their own ways, they are very compatible, actually. So if they are friends, definitely there's a very strong correspondency among them. Definitely. I don't know the rumors, but definitely if this is a friendship, it's real friendship, but real Gemini power like friendship. And actually they could be very good influence to each other. Because one has the flexibility that the other is lacking, and the other has the stability that the other one is lacking. So they are good for each other. They are good influence. And the relationship as an overall, they got the card of Ace of Swords, very Gemini, a lot of talking, a lot of communication, and they have the Chariot. So definitely they will continue this. They will continue this bond. They will continue this bond. They will talk about each other. This is something that is very air element. It's all about like, oh, I talk about my favorite person, and this guy also talks about me or publishes things about me. So this is actually very, very a true friendship. But I mean it. Like really intellectual connection and emotional connection. Like this is not the typical cloud chasing connection, because I definitely can sense this, and sometimes this is why, guys, I'm very strict when you guys request a reading for some idols of other groups, because sometimes, and I have to be honest, sometimes I do get that idols actually are not like friendship material to each other. They are not friendship material for each other. They could have potentially they could have a bond because they have what's available is the possibility to connect with each other from a side of like, oh, you go through what I'm going through. But at the same time, it's like each one, every time idols talk about each other, there's this level of like, I wouldn't say they compete, but it's like, oh, there are some things about my group that I cannot say to you, because you are in the other group, or because, you are not my competence, but you are not like a competition, but my competition. Everyone knows everyone. And the reality is that idols can be gossipy. Actually, I believe, because I read for them. I read for them. I know there are a lot that have this tendency of, yes, looking very, very nice, very they are very gossipy. So I always, when you ask me like, oh, does this idol is at first, there's a bit of distrustfulness in their connections, and also sometimes it's for their own benefit. Sometimes they are seen together because, oh, you're part of their company, so yes, I want to be close to you, but not friendship material, not to the level of in intimacy, like we really are friends for. No, they probably, their interactions are very boring because they talk about work all the time. And I think that for the best for idols or even celebrities is to have friends that are somehow like very regular people, so they can allow themselves to disconnect, and so yeah. But I did a reading on those two. Kim Se-hoon, isn't she the girl from True Beauty? There's another one. The actor and actresses readings. Oh my god, it's so boring, guys. Sometimes I'm like, why do I do this? Like, oh, business proposal. I do not remember her. Business proposal. Okay, I'm going to pull two cards just to see, but I don't think I just. Wait, let's see. Business proposal. Okay. Chae-woo, he got the card of Five of Swords, the Lovers. And this girl, she got the Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. And the relationship, they got the card of Page of Wands and Four of Pentacles. So yeah, I don't know about Chae-woo. He got the five of swords and the lovers. So definitely there's a sense that a sense of indecision for him when it comes to her. I don't know if she if they lost contact or there had been like a like distance or something, you know, him actually not being able to connect with her. um, I think that definitely Chao Wu, it's someone that he's busy, you know, for him life experiences and people enter and come and go into his life very fast. So he's not that stable when it comes to friendships. Um, for him, it's like his life moves very fast when it comes to, you know, the people that he meets, who he hangs out with, you know, and he also is very like he's not the typical guy that he reaches out to people, you know. Probably I sense that she's a bit more stable than him, you know. He actually doesn't put that much effort. I believe that probably the female here is the one that she's a bit more stable. It's like, okay, like I will continue building this relationship. But for him, he's a very indecisive person. Like one day he talks to you, then he stops talking to you, and he's always busy or he's a bit absent, you know, in relationships. A bit absent in the sense that he can be in the same room with you, but actually he's thinking about work or all the work that he has to do. So. And also he had to make a decision when it comes to her or their friendship, and he didn't do it. He didn't make the decision. He left things in the air. So I don't know why. But in the case of her, since she has, you know, the page of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, she's a bit more like patient. You know, she's like, okay, I'm going to wait. When you have the time, we will talk. Or when you have the time, we will resume the relationship. She's a bit more stable, and I believe that she's also very grateful to the people that she works with. You know, she's a very, is she an earth sign? Because she gives me very stable vibes. You know, she's much more loyal. You know, she's very loyal to the people that contributes to her life. You know, for her, every person that she works with, because she has a lot of pentacles, so probably, you know, she gets very emotionally attached to the people that she works with. She is a very good friend. She's very loyal, and she will adapt to. They will talk when they will talk. You know, she will adapt. And in the future, they can like you know, resume this because they have the, yes, she's almost like very motherly vibe, very motherly kind of nature. Yeah, I believe that in the future they will like see each other more often. Probably they will like meet at the same place. But yeah, things are awkward between these two. There are some things unsaid, but I think that is awkward because somehow, I don't know if he ghosted her or, but he is like, I don't know, he's so like, he does remind me of Gemini energy, and I don't know why, because he's not a Gemini. But he's a bit more like, I gotta go, bye, I'm busy. Something like that. And he disappears, you know, and it's not like he confronts the person and it's like, you know, we are not going to talk because I'm busy. No, he's just like vanishes, you know. I think that the gift of him kissing his current, I don't know how many times. Someone is close to twice. Oh, he would have been the lead. He's now with it. Kim Se-hoon is a dynamic actor. She's in today's webtoon. Oh, I have to search for her because I do not remember her. Ah, she's a Virgo. Ah, okay. Yes, he's been a man. Yeah, pretty much. Yes, but she's very real in this sense. She will wait patiently. You know, definitely. She does like, and she's very professional. So she will wait for him, you know. But I sense that when they meet, there's something in there, guys. It's very unstable, but I don't know. He's a bit weird. He doesn't ghost people, but I think that with that excuse of him being busy, he sometimes starts things and just leave the bond hanging in the air, you know, like without just there, you know. And that's why when you are, especially if you are an earth sign, you look for the stability, you know, you look for the construction of the bond, the constant effort. But for him it's like, I am focusing on the sky, like over there, the horizon looks funny. Like, you know, he's looking at somewhere else, you know, like he's not present. He's a very nice guy, but he's a bit like, a bit immature, a bit immature. She was in IOA and Google Monthly. They became friends after being in commercial together. Oh, did she try to ask him out? Oh wait, I will pull some cards. Um, yes and no. Six of Wands, Five of Swords, and he got the Five of Swords. I think that what the cards are saying here is that maybe at the beginning it looks like a winning. It looked like things were going great, you know, like, but then the loss came. Then something happened and the moods changed, the weather changed, the location changed. I don't know. Something happened and there was like, they were about to be something because they started very well. They definitely click very well with each other, you know, because they have the card of victory. So definitely the person that is asking for this too, there was like a spark, you know, there was like a lot of like, it seemed like they got each other, you know, like they got each other, like that there was some consistency also in the bond, but then someone lost in there. Like it seemed like everything was fine, and then there was an interruption, guys. There was an interruption. Like I'm not seeing like other people, but there was like maybe a change of heart, you know, like, oh, I don't know if I want this, you know, like. And I see that this is coming from him because he got the Five of Swords. He got it. She's very stable, actually. So I don't know. I think that she's much more invested than him, but probably she will wait a bit. If she has the chance to see him, so yeah, like Samara said, men, guys, men. You have to think of the idols like men. Like, of course, they are our favorites, but they are also men, and they have men tendencies. It's just that I think that in the case of Chaewook, he doesn't like people making decisions for him. So if he doesn't feel like he's ready, he's going to find an excuse to get away from the situation. Because it's a sort of sign that you have to understand that probably he's not that interested, but he doesn't want to tell you to your face. He doesn't want to break your heart or hurt your feelings. But, you know, can you get it? Like, please, so I don't have to say it. I'm going to do for my channel eventually an Enhypen reading for Enhypen, Aminata. Not today. Okay, guys, let's keep going with the friendships. Do you have another one that you're like, oh, I want to know, but no sheepy, like, please don't break me, just, you know, let's be coherent here, like, let's be, like, mindful. Like, but do you have another one? You have 30 minutes and then I'm going to go. Wavy? Any duo in particular? Because we are trying to make it like as close as possible so I can see it. ¿Alguna vez has hecho activities Q Chanmin and Shiny Mino? No, Miss Chubia, but we can try. We can do it. I can do it. Yes, I will, Aminata, eventually for Enhypen. But if you notice, some of my old lives in the title, it does say if I pull cards for Enhypen. I remember that, yeah, I only pull cards because it's you, Mafi. Because I trust you. I knew you were going to tell me like, you know, a good duo. Ah, okay, Chanmin and Mino, okay. Chanmin, Mino. Not negative cards, actually. For Chanmin, he got the 6 of Wands and the Hangman. Look at this Hangman, it's beautiful. Look at the artistry of this. Isn't it beautiful? It's so cool. For Mino's side, he got 6 of Pentacles and Princess of Cups. And the relationship as an overall, the Magician and the Emperor. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's something wrong actually with their bond. But I think that from Chanmi's perspective, with this Hangman here, he's very insecure, Chanmi. Like, because he got the victory card, so definitely, you know, he had been victorious. He is a guy of many victories. But somehow there's this sense of feeling a bit like caught in time, you know, like like he was like, oh, I used to have this victory. You know, in his perspective, it's like he no longer has this victory. It's like he feels he could be more successful, but he's somehow, you know, hanged, like the hangman, you know, that is upside down. Um, so I think that he does have like, he sometimes gets suspicious of people, you know, and he acts weird, you know, like something changes in his, either his body language. But I think, you know what I think? I think that probably Changbin, I remember he has a moon in Pisces. And I think that for Changbin sometimes it's difficult to see reality sometimes. I think that sometimes he imagines things. And he gets a bit paranoid. He's very influential. This is what I want to say. He's very influential. And I think that he had been told something. He listens a lot to people, and people come to gossip for him. People are very gossipy around him. So, because actually I see that he's a very peaceful guy. You know, he doesn't mess with anyone. He's a very peaceful guy. It's just that the people around him are very, I would say even his family. Because I would say like Juno. No, not Juno, but his family. Remember that yesterday I pulled cards for Changbin and he got all these cups. So definitely he's someone that he's very emotional, but he's so into this that he considers his safe space or his family or his tribe, and they use this attachment that he has to put little little opinions and in his mind. So for him sometimes he gets confused. Yeah, he's a guy that he's a bit unstable. Actually, like, he struggles with fame. He gives me this vibe of this person that never wanted to be famous. All he wanted to do was to have people that love him unconditionally, just like he loves. And he has it already. But maybe before this, he had SM, the SM people. But I think that he's a guy that always had been driven by emotions and love. You know, I think that, you know, because the Hangman is also a very Piscean card, but also it's a card that talks about sacrifices. So I think that for him to achieve this sort of victory that he has in his life, he had sacrificed a lot of things about his individuality or about who he really is. I think he doesn't know who he is. That is very different. When I read when I read for Juno is totally different. The atmosphere. Actually, I believe that they are where they are right now thanks to Juno. Thanks to Juno's determination. Thanks to Juno's early and very long planning, you know, because I believe that Juno is like a visionary in that sense. You know, he plans ahead. So then he goes to Chanmin and he's like, okay, this is what we're going to do for the next 5 years. And then Chanmi decides if he wants to, but I think that and this is what he gets me, and it's like very confusing even for me to read Jamin, because I cannot say I'm getting a clear vibe. I'm getting that he's very impressionable, like, so if you go to him with the gossip, he believes it, like something like that. And in the case of Mino actually I think he worries for Chanmin, but in the sense that he has love for Chanmin, like in the sense that probably he wants to help Chanmin. And he worries for Chanmin stability, like he worries for Chanmin well-being. He worries for him. And since he has the Princess of Cups, he's like checking on Chanmin, like, are you okay? Like worrying about him, like, are you okay? Like, are we okay? Like, I don't know why he worries about his well-being. There's something about and when I say well-being, I'm talking about health, in like body health, really, like not just like, oh, I care about you, so I worry. No, it's more like, are you recovering well? Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. Yeah, I see. Mino it's a very stable guy. He's a very nurturing guy. He also could be like a sort of mother, like he definitely worry for his people. Um, yeah. Yeah, because actually, I see I see Mino actually very like, actually very stable. Like Mino is okay. Like he's a very stable guy. Chanmin ha estado como resfriado estos días. Well, if he had the flu, there's this sense of like maybe his body is talking. Maybe his body is talking in that sense. Sometimes when we get sick, it's because, I don't know, we are under stress, or, like, so our body is like, okay, we need to stop a bit, like, take a few days off, like, but and then the relationship is the magician and the emperor. So both of them are very like influential people in their own rights. Both of them are they are huge. Both of them. Yeah, but Miss Trubia, that's one of the things that I wanted to say. He has a sort of like imposter syndrome. I will say he gets sick on purpose. But when there's something big coming, he tends to get sick. Because it's a sort of rejection to accepting the victory that is given to you. It's like, here, fame, or here, victory, here, fame. He has an allergy to fame. Like, this guy is, I don't know, guys. I don't know the story of Chanmin. I don't know much about him. I'm learning. But I'm learning for you guys, because probably what I'm saying doesn't make any sense. But I feel like this is even awkward for me to say it, because I'm like, he has the victory. But he's in the handmaid position. So I don't understand why he's in the handmaid position if the victory is there. You know, like, yeah, he doesn't feel that inspired. Yes, see, I pulled a card to clarify. He got the King of Cups again. So he's in his feelings. He's in his feelings. He wants to feel inspired, and somehow probably the inspiration doesn't come. But he's emotional. Yeah. His mood is also very changing. So, maybe this is like, okay, let's not pay too much attention. Like, he will get out of this. It's just a cycle. But definitely these two, when it comes to their possible, connection between Mino and Chanmin, they got the Magician and the Emperor. So these guys are two strong masculine forces, like, in the sense that they are very powerful, each of them, and in their bond as well. So, they are very, very stable. They are, very strong. They don't compete. There's no need to compete, but definitely they know of each other's importance. The both of them are very, like, probably their egos can show a bit, since both of them, see each other as, like, oh, you definitely are like a legend, like, but in their different fields. Oh no, Lillian, but the readings about that I wrote down, including the one that you requested, they are for the week. I will do them for my channel. I will record them for the channel. It's not going to be here on the live because I'm going to go. But yes, I wrote it down because I'm going to do them during the week. So yes. But yes, they are going to be there. Of course, a lot of GOT7 fans love this duo. Of course, we are going to pull cards for them. No, you're welcome, William. You're welcome. Okay, guys. Oh, well. We laughed. We chatted a bit. It was fun. If I have time today, I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to do the Banchan and Lisa reading, so you can have the tea tomorrow, if there's tea. Yes. So yes, guys, I appreciate that you're here, that you're joining here, that we are laughing, that we are like enjoying ourselves. So yes, let's begin the week with better mood. So yes, I will see you in my videos when I do them. So thank you so much for your support, guys. Bye.